Okay, so now we've got quite a few techniques under our belts. We can see how we can actually do some really quite much more advanced string processing by using a combination of those methods. So most of the methods we've seen so far have used built-in. Most of the examples we've seen have used built-in methods to examine, classify, and modify strings. But putting some of these together, we can actually build some powerful functions of our own to do processing of strings. So, for example, we can remove all the punctuation from a string or all the white space, and we can do counts of different types of the string. So we can use these ideas initially just to do some nice statistics about some text. So remove punctuation. Trying to identify all the possible punctuation marks will be quite difficult, especially when you're dealing with text that can come from all kinds of locations. So fortunately, Python provides a string containing all of them in the string class. And so to remove all the punctuation, you just need to do this for every character in the punctuation. So remember, this string is a list of all the punctuation characters like comma, dot, pipe, equals, all those punctuation characters. For every character in that string, if it's in our string that we're trying to remove the punctuation from, so if it's in S, then we do S dot replace C, that character, with an empty string, and that will get rid of all that punctuation mark. So if we're looking at the comma, it would take the comma. If C was the comma, it would take the comma and delete all the commas from the string and replace them in S, and then S becomes the new version of that string without the commas. And when we finished, we can return the string that we've taken all the punctuation out of. Okay, so we can do the same with white space. Again, Python provides a string that contains all the list of white space. It's much shorter, I imagine, but same principle. We can remove all the white space just by looping over all the possible white space indicators or possible white space characters, and then replacing them in the string with an empty string. So space is tabs, and it could be other characters too. And now we can use those functions separately. So if I want to print out, if I want to look at this example, hello world, how are you doing today? You can see there's a bit of punctuation in there. There's a bit of white space. I can print the string. I can remove the punctuation and print that string. I can remove the white space and print that string, and I can remove the punctuation and the white space and print that string. And that gives me these four lines of output. So there's the original. There's the original but with the punctuation removed. There's the original but with the white space removed, and then there's the original with both removed. Okay, and I can also do things like counting different aspects of the string. So I can easily get a list of the number of characters in the string using the length function. So len gives me the length of a list or a string, okay, and that will give me the number of characters. But I can get a count of the number of letters just by removing the punctuation and the white space, and then using len on that, and that would give me the number of letters as opposed to the number of characters. That gives me the number of characters and the number of letters. If I want to get a count of the number of words, I can use another function we haven't met yet called split, and that splits a string into a list where it's separated. Each item in the list is where separated by white space. So if I have the string hello world, that gets separated into two items in a list, hello and world. Okay, so the split returns a list of all the individual words. So, for example, I can get some text here, and I can you can see this is lorem ipsum is often used as dummy text. You may have come across it before. It actually comes amazingly from the 15th century when printing first started, and it was used. It's a bit of Latin, and it was used as dummy text whenever the printers wanted some dummy text to fill in a space in a book. Still used today, often in websites. You'll see it on websites where people are just trying to show what a website would look like without actually having to write all the text for it. So people use this lorem ipsum. Okay, so we can create this long string. You can get a copy of this string from this website. Create this long string, and you can see it's all one string. These backslashes just tell Python that it's all to be treated as one long string. I can print that out. I can print out the count of the characters, so that's the length of the string. I can print out a count of the letters, which is removing all the white space and the punctuation, and then the length of that. Or I can print out, I can get all the words and split the string by splitting the string. That gives me all the words, and then I can print the length of that list, and that tells me how many words there are in that string. And the answer there is there's 854 characters, 698 letters, and 127 words. So quite useful, therefore, to do simple text analysis. Okay, I'm going to finish the video there, and then we're going to look at some more advanced examples where we're going to be able to do even more text analysis using an idea called dictionaries.